Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. That's all I gotta say. It's just, I don't know, just people are taking their time. Everybody asks me, how's the housing market? How's the market? I gotta tell you, we're kind of at a standstill right now. We're just at an impasse. There's nothing sparking this industry. We're like the market that I follow is US 30 and not doing much. There's houses being sold, right? There's houses that are sitting on market. Buyers are waiting unless they find a good deal and what have you. And let's get into this real quick. Let me see. Here we go. All right. Housing market standoff. Buyers walk away while sellers pull listing. Now, there's two quotes I want to say. The standoff highlights a disjointed market where buyers are emboldened to demand concessions while sellers facing the prospect of selling at a loss, having to wait on the sidelines for a more favorable environment. Been saying this a long time now. It says roughly 53 home purchases canceled in October. Crazy, right? Because buyers want the option. They think they have the seat. In reality, there's no massive sell off right now, like in the stock market, right? On the supply side, sellers are retreating rather than capitulating to those new market dynamics. I'd rather stay here than sell at a loss. Buyers are saying, I'd rather buy my discretion at my terms than what the seller wants because the seller has had their way for the last 30 years or so. Now, this isn't everywhere, right? This is just in certain areas. Napa's taking a bath. San Benito taking a bath. Santa Cruz County taking a bath. But outside of the Bay Area, we're also seeing housing values go down. Austin and Florida, the boom has hit. We're waiting for things to turn around. And don't forget, sellers bought. The sellers that are available right now, they need to move because they want to, because they're relocating, death in the family, elder, whatever. Other ones, there's a very, very small supply, especially here in the Bay Area. We'll get into that. The supply is showing that sellers are not willing to make them. They might not have their forever home. They might not have the home that they want, but they got the home that they got because 4 years ago we had a firestorm. And when prices are artificially inflated, people are less likely to move after that because the values go lower and they're stuck in a 3.5% mortgage. And now they're looking at 6. Housing forecast of 2026 from realtor.com. Mortgage rates will continue to average above 6% next year, but affordability will improve modestly as the typical monthly payments falls below 30% of a household income. Forecast predicts mortgage rates will average 6.3 across 2026. Mortgage rates are quoted at 5.3 on a 30-year jumbo. 30-year fix is 6.2. If you're a veteran, you can get 5.86. That's without points. That's without looking at your credit and your income and your savings, etc. Unquoted, Mutual of Omaha, if you buy a house in Silicon Valley today, the median price is about 2.4, and you can get it down to 5.96 or 5.84. The interest rate is 5.625 and 5.75. So those are your monthly bill payments, right? After a challenging period for buyers and sellers, and renters, 26 should offer a welcome, if modest, step towards healthier housing market. Everybody has been talking about wanting a balanced market. It's true. We want a balanced market. Sellers are still saying, I want a seller's market, but buyers are saying we want at least a buyer's market. And if you want us to work with you, you're going to have to work with us. And then forecast for home buyers in 2026, easing mortgage rates, not so much. Realtor Economic Research Team expects household income to grow more than 3.6. That's the other thing. We're expecting household income to grow next year, not because of regulation or the politicians, because they have no idea what it means to be a worker. It means that the businesses will start paying people more. And how you do that is by changing jobs, right? Home prices continue to rise in 26, but incomes grow faster. That's actually a good thing. Think about this, right? We're expected to see 3 to 4% increase next year. We're used to 8, 10, maybe. Here we're seeing 12 to 16 in the Bay Area. So housing affordability is slated to go down, meaning income is going to go higher. The economy is going to get better. That's if everything goes right. We could see the Atlas comet come and hit us. Forecast for home sellers, prices are going to be a little bit less. We've seen our prices contract a little bit. It is what it is. So there you go. If you want these links, they're in my blog, they're in the copy, in the description. So go ahead and do that. Open houses this weekend. We have 124 houses for you to go look at if you want. The link is in the description and in my blog. This is free to get into. I don't ask you to check in or give me your information. You just come in and take a look at it, right? And I looked at Far Ranch, which is in Saratoga. It's a beautiful house, 4-bedroom, 3 and 2.5 baths on 2 acres, 6,500 square feet, built in 1984. This is $7.5 million, and it's here in the fire zone. You can afford 7.5. You can afford the fair plan. This is old school, old deco, old charming looking home. So will this sell? Very probably. There you go. Nice. And then what you get for $2 million is Adele Ave, not my listing, $2 million, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,384 square feet, built in 1958. This is in Mountain View, $2 million. This is a buy for Mountain View because typically you're at about $3 million. And it's done up well. It's done with modern deco. And yeah, no floor plan, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. $2 million. What do you get for $1 million? This is on Coyote Road, 95111 in San Jose, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, built in 1950. Vast difference. This is also a filter road, not a busy road. It's not like an avenue. It's a filter road to get to different places. It's not like an inside of a neighborhood, but everything looks like it's been updated and modern. So this is a good buy. $1 million? Heck yeah. This one's going to go fast. Hope they did a floor plan. Good. See, there you go. A floor plan. It's easy. It's cheap. It doesn't cost that much. Agents, if you're not doing that, you're hurting your client, period. So there's your 3 bedrooms. It's a very tightly packed house. You could probably build this out. I don't know why they would make this